we saw the latest take on the tale of Miss Koi.
Yeah.
Miss Koi is now streaming on Amazon Prime Video, and I said, let's see another Miss Koi story, but it missed the mark.
Yeah, I did. Welcome to We Have Been Watching. My name is Boki.
And I am in it for me. I have a lot of bones to pick with this film, and
Yeah.
while watching, I thought, oh, this is a boarding school. Set in a boarding school, so Voki is our resident boarder here. And she was telling
Yeah.
us if.
It does- it
But
does-
Voki went to a private boarding school, though.
That's a private boarding school.
What is it?
Yes, I don't even know because it's set in the 90s and that era there were a lot of public boarding schools. There were private boarding schools too, but there were a lot of public boarding schools at the same time. And there were a lot of elitism here. In boarding school there are favoritism here and there. But at the same time, I can't really place this school if it's for the elite because they have this standard swimming pool. So at the same time, the school is still giving it's an okay boarding school.
Like, it's not like crowded, like, okay. You know, when I feel like government schools, there are just a lot of children going to attend the school, but it's not really.
Let us leave it at elite. Although there is some element of not elite, but okay. Like the
Trust Bucket, she went to an elite boarding school.
not really elite, just okay boarding school.
Schoolmates will see this and say, what do you mean?
It's not. It's just an okay boarding school. It's not like it's elite. But
People have Madam Koi in your school.
we don't have more than Koko, but we just knew the story.
When I
just
say
to scare
elite,
each other.
they didn't have Madam Koi. Is that not elite boarding school? They didn't have secondary
And
stories.
I'm blindsided by this
You did not have Madam Koi stories to give me when you came back from holiday.
because my cover is not real. It's just a myth.
Can you imagine? I had like people that left boarding schools and came to my day school and they would tell me stories about Madam Koi during break. But my sister came back from school during midterm break and she didn't tell me any stories about Madam
That's-
Koi.
We just heard the story, but we never ever heard them Madam Kwekwe. Which Madam Kwekwe from where?
See? Elite!
It was not elite. Anyway, let's just move on. So this movie is set in a boarding school. It follows this student that's desperate for grades. So surprisingly though, but okay. She's desperate to pass French, and when she learns that her teacher, Miss Kayin, is in possession of the final exams paper, she decided to steal it with her friends. And this singular act just caused a lot of mayhem, and it puts Miss Kayin in harm's way, and this caused Miss Coin to become a vengeful spirit, that aka Madam Koi.
So let's just start with what worked in this film, and it's very short, very brief,
Yeah.
because there are not a lot of things that worked in this
Yeah.
film. First off, I think the set was fine. It was set in a good location for a boarding school.
They tried for the set. Yeah.
Also, the cinematography, the camera quality. Because
Yeah.
when I say cinematography, I'm talking about camera angles and movements.
Yeah.
So the camera quality was good. Let me stop there. That's the only things I can count. Put down if you think there were more things that were good in this film. Put
Yeah.
it down in the comments below.
Then what didn't work? I think at this point should leave Madam Koi alone, because I don't know how to explain. First of all, we had high hopes. Do we have high hopes then? Madam Koi the origin. We're just curious. to
We're
know,
curious
okay,
because
what do you have for us, Madam Koi? This
yeah,
is
so I
nice.
feel like in recent times, Nollywood has not really explored the stories of this myth, and we want to see stories that we can relate to, that we know of. So we're excited to see Madam Koi the origin.
I think that Nollywood is trying to get nostalgia as much as possible, but it's missing the mark most times. So this movie, I think they should just leave Madam Koi alone at this point.
They wasted a lot of time with developing a story that we
And-
did not care about.
Yeah, and 1 hour, over an hour, they're still developing the story, put in irrelevant scenes, no matter how they even wasted time building the story. 1 hour plus, they now use 30 minutes to rush all of the actions. Then these people, we did not still care about the character. There was no one character that say, "Oh, please, I hope this girl will not
Yeah,
die,"
that's
which
what I was
happens
saying.
in horror movies. That's also happened. I
I'm
hope
rooting
this will
for
not happen to
Amara,
this
I'm
girl.
rooting for
Yeah,
Chiamaka.
yeah. I
Nothing
hope they
like
come
that.
out unscathed.
I did not. They were trying to make us feel for Miss Koi, feel
Yeah.
for Amara, but I don't really care about Amara. I feel like, what the fuck are you saying? You have just seen French and you have A's in your mock exam and you feel like you're going to fail, really, or you will not get to Harvard. Are you for real?
Let me give her a conditional admission. We saw that okay, her parents are on her neck. That visit scene, it was not really nice. It was not really necessary. There are a lot of scenes not there are a lot of unnecessary scenes. That's what I'm just trying to say, because I don't
They
understand.
did not give you what you used to receive.
Not really. I don't really.
I will
think
tell you why.
Nigerians.
I'm just looking for secrets in this video. I will tell you why they did not give. Because when you have visited Bucky in school, Okay, but like, oh, you're still going home. What kind of
Because I want
question?
to go on with my life. Uh, I don't like to dwell on things. This video is not about me. It's about Miss Coin.
It's about boarding school.
And the boarding school, I say the boarding school. What I'm trying to say that there were a lot of unnecessary things, building things that we don't really care about. Like there's no one character that like, oh, look, anybody can die, but do not touch this girl or this boy.
Yeah. Even Miss Coin, what's her story? A lot of
Yeah,
disrespect to the character.
and I think that Nollywood have been so invested in telling us why Miss Koi Koi became Miss Koi Koi. We already
Yeah.
know of the law that this is it. Just introduce the law to us. Then let Madam Koi Koi go on whatever spirit she wants to go on. I'm
Yeah.
just trying to say that they should make the story about the students next
Okay, yeah, I
time.
get what you're trying
Yeah,
to say.
make it about
But
the
they're trying to like,
students.
okay, where did this story come
Where did it start from? Nobody will tell us. We already know the law already.
No, people try to find origin. Like even when you surround your classmates and you're talking about Miss Koi Koi, they try to say, okay, Miss Koi Koi, this will happen to her, what happened to her. But
That's what I'm saying. That
leave
we
us
already
alone.
know the law that this thing happened to her, that how she now died. So now she's now vengeful. We know it's a vengeful spirit. It has been established that it's a vengeful spirit. Just like you want to make a story about Bush Baby now, the law of Bush Baby. And you're just saying why the baby is Bush Baby. Just make it story. Is it real? Is it not real? Like
Even if you want to put like her origin, maybe towards the
yeah,
end,
yeah.
just
Or
like
it's separate.
like if somebody like when the Baba in this show that told us the story of that tree. That could
Exactly.
be like the origin of Madam Koi Koi
Yes, there's no
story.
need for us.
To
Wow, just like now when I was about to start the video, I said that Madam Koi Koi is a myth. That's a story you can build around. Is it a myth or is it not a myth? Then we can go on like that because that's what goes on in boarding schools. Like someone will come and say, I had Koi at night, and you're like, liar.
and the acting was not so great, especially from the lady that was playing Madam Koi Koi. Miss Coin. I don't know. The character was first of all not very well written.
Yeah.
Then her acting was not very great, was not believable.
And there were a lot of goofs as well.
My favorite one. Carlo, I did not enjoy his acting in this film.
Yeah.
Then I feel like as an actor, you should be able to speak when you're on set. Like, okay,
Yeah.
this doesn't make sense. This makes sense. Carlo looked for his daughter at night in his car. He was driving, and he turned on the torchlight. The windows were rolled up. The thing is reflecting back. Everybody knows that when you're driving, inside car lights, especially at night like that, it's not so. Like, how did that make sense? You are clearly not seeing anything outside
Yeah.
the car.
And that's you have your headlights on. What's the audience like? You're supposed to be driving maniacally.
If you are going to do that, maybe you roll down your side windows. Maybe you're looking by the side.
Yeah.
That makes more sense than
You would think I had never been in a car before. Then also there were some minor goofs at the beginning, especially that the beginning will make you even want to just like give up on the movie. Honestly, it's all be set in the 1800s.
relevance is my question for that entire scene that was added. Like, what's the relevance of that point? But we had a Baba, that explained everything about that concerns the tree.
Yeah.
And it did not have anything to do with that white man that we saw in the beginning that died. So how does it make any sense? And let's not start about how the tree looks.
The CGI, the research of the CGI was terrible. Why, like, what's going on here?
Why?
Why?
Why torture me?
In 2025?
Are you playing with my intelligence? Was the word I was telling myself so many times. Like, waiting be this.
For fans of thrillers and scary movies, my Koko story is supposed to be one that gives you chills.
Yeah.
I just really wish that because there are a lot of so much beautiful stories that can be explored in Nigeria, and I think the literary space is already killing it in that part. I just really wish that our stories can be brought to life on screen beautifully.
Yeah.
Because this Man Koko story is really nice. It's not that will give you chills at night that you cannot sleep out. I went to a boarding school and sleeping at night was one of the most stressful things for me because
Even though they didn't have Madam Koi.
even though we don't have one Koko, but there were scary stories. You know, people share scary stories all the time. So you're just scared. And it's dark, and you know you're just alone. When most of the time it's very sweet to listen to these scary stories.
Yeah, it is. I
So-
love listening to scary
Yeah,
stories.
it's very sweet. Then when it's time to sleep, you know that you're so scared. So that's something that will have happened in this movie at least. But this one, there's no such thing as any single scare. The VFX is laughable. So you're like, what is going on here? Okay, like even the scenes of the killing, it was
Yeah.
supposed to be something that will give you like
Chill.
a
Oh my
god, like
God,
this.
it's so brutal.
Yeah, well known Final Destination. And people talk about how the different killings that happened. People have written how the killing gave them like scared them.
Yeah.
This is something that you only go to the toilet, it's just to say, oh, that girl fell from the toilet and she broke her head on the toilet seat. But I don't even feel anything because it was just all so performed. So Yeah.
I would say the film lacked originality.
Yes, it did.
Because in as much as I like telling stories and the rest, I will always applaud when you make an effort. But I cannot applaud this film. Can't applaud it. The acting was terrible, like I said earlier. The only person I could say, okay, this is like the best performance in this film was Temi Otedola. For some reason, she and the principal's daughter, they were the only people. But Market doesn't agree with me
I don't think
uh,
that's.
that she
I
was the
didn't.
best.
Think, I don't think Temi Otedola killed her role in this movie.
I'm not saying she killed it, but I'm saying
No, I want
out
this
of
movie.
everybody there,
Number one, her role is the most basic role in this entire movie. Let's start there. It's the most basic one. Girl that just wants to pass by all means necessary. Then yeah, that's all.
there was a lot of disconnect with the acting. Like I'm talking about the friendship chemistry now. The chemistry there was just a disconnect with everybody playing the role. Like you said, like they never knew each other before.
Yeah.
We were all
Yes.
children once. We had friends. We know how we just our friends. Know how we talk with them.
Yeah.
Even if you're not even friends with some people, you see how some friend groups are because we are observing now. We are watching them. So why is there such a disconnect with the entire chemistry of the friendship? Obviously, they're not friends. They don't talk about anything. They don't have anything in common. They don't have secrets that they share or laugh about together. And it's pretty sad. It wasn't nice to see. I will not say it's sad. It did not do well for the film.
This movie, there are a lot of laughable things. Another thing that was very laughable to me and very ridiculous to me was the fact how lax the entire school was. But first of all, it's a mixed school. I went to an all girls school, and they were all about, "Oh," they were just yelling at nothing. And this is just all girls. And they're talking about this is a set in a different time in the 90s. They are stricter in the 90s, supposedly from the stories. My mother went to boarding
Boarding
school
school.
too, and they're talking about how they're strict and everything. To an extent, there was this strict thing. So I'm not seeing any of that. At least someone's like, "Oh, leave her alone," that kind of things. Okay,
Come here. Where are you
that's
to?
number one. Number two, hostel masters, no hostel master or whatever. Yeah, you could just go to 1 3. And I don't really know, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know any Nigerian students that would, except the ones that we had stories of that they are smoking in school, that was going to the bush to like him. That was even olden days people that are giving those stories. That's the way Amara and her friend group went under the tree to have music playing and have some little chit chat. It was just a big lie to me. I cannot see any group of friends, Nigerian students, in the middle of the night going into a bush, a secluded area in the school, to sit under a tree and chit chat. I put my money anywhere because that was the time of peak Madam Koi Koi stories.
Yeah.
That was the time of peak. Everybody's scared of witches, the dark, and everything. That was the peak time for those kind of stories. So why are you telling me that you went to a secluded area of a school just to have chit chats, lies?
I would highly recommend that you skip this film if you haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, no need.
Because, but that's just all. Some people actually say they like this film and they say that the acting is good. But okay, that's you. Everybody and their cup of tea. I will give this film 0.5 stars. Take it. There's no Nigerian film that's taking 1 star this year from me.
Like there's no Nigerian film I would love this year at all.
0.5. It should be cost the year for Nollywood.
That's a strong statement, but okay. 0.5 stars as well. I don't, just because you have to give it something, I'll give it 0. No, don't play it. Skip it. Save your time. Watch something else. I will recommend Fear Street Prom. I recommend the blandest thriller before I recommend this movie. Yeah. Until next time, do take care of yourself.
Goodbye.